Hello everyone, hope you are doing good. Welcome back to my channel Techie-S. So as we discussed in the last video that we will discuss today about the OSI model which is called Open System Interconnection. This model is basically related to the network. Okay, whatever the network we used in the data centers or we use in our normal in-house, like with the broadband internet connection, even same network is being used on your phone. You are using your phone, you are using the internet on your phone. Okay, so this model is related to that. So this open system interconnection is model how it works technically. So we will understand this thing today in our today's video. So this is the model which I am going to show you. So you can say this is the OSI model, Open System Interconnection. Okay, so there are 7 layers on this model actually. Okay, application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, physical layer. So these 7 layers actually work in the OSI model, and for surprising thing, these are the 7 layers even you are using in your phone when you are connecting your phone with the Wi-Fi, when you are connecting your phone with the internet. So these are the models you generally means technically on the back end side. These are the network models which are processing the data which is working for you on the back end side, from the server side, from the network side, from the tower from where you are getting your connection. Okay, why I am again because everyone today have the mobile phone in his hand and he is opening YouTube, Instagram, working, but they does not know what kind of the network infrastructure on the backside of this running, how this data is coming to their mobile. That is okay, the people have become very advanced in today's era, but they must know also technically how these all things are running. So these are the 7 layers of the network which works on your mobile, on your broadband internet, on your home. Okay, how this all network is working. Okay, so what layer does what work and how these work together. So we will learn today this thing in our video. Okay, so further going on actually, so first of all you please subscribe my channel and like my channel. Okay, further more updates so you can get this type of the technical knowledge, so that even a common people can also know okay, how this network this thing is going on and how technology is so vast and how this technology is going ahead day by day. So we will learn today this thing. So this is the overall introduction. So now we are going to learn how this OSI model works. Okay, so again welcome back to my channel Techie-S. Today's our concept is OSI model, Open System Interconnect, and which is related to the network. So as I in the image we have seen in the back side, so there are it's OSI. First of all, it's called OSI. Okay, it's called Open System. Sorry, let me repeat again. It's OSI model. It's Open System Interconnection. Okay, so my writing is bad as I told you earlier, so please forgive me for this, but I hope you can understand. So it's Open System Interconnection. This is the OSI model. Okay, and OSI model has the 7 layers. OSI model has the 7 layers. So how this OSI model works generally, so we will discuss about, we will do a like a deep discussion on this, how this open system interconnection works. So this video is for all the person, even technical people and even non-technical people, okay, who people are, become very advanced, they have the mobile in their hand, they are using daily, data, 2 GB data, but how that 2 GB data is coming to your mobile, did you understand? How you are, getting 2 GB data, what are the means, what kind of the mechanism and technical system is running on backside of this, okay. So this is the OSI model, which do that all the transition of your data from the telecom industry, telecom tower to your phone, okay. So now we will go ahead and we will do a deep study on this. So OSI model. So first of all, what is the OSI model? Okay, it's a definition. What is the OSI model? We will learn its a definition. Okay, what OSI model does. So OSI model is what actually? It's open system interconnection, as I told you, open system interconnection. It's open system interconnection. So what it does actually, what's its a definition? So this is actually, one of the model, okay, which actually, sets the rule that explain how different computer systems communicate over the network, right? Means how the different computers and how the different device communicate over the network. So this is the actually how this OSI model works. This is the definition, okay. So it contains actually 7 layers. What are those 7 layers? We will learn one by one. It contains 7 layers on the OSI model, okay. And this was developed by one of the renowned organizations which called the ISO organization. It was developed by ISO. It's an international standard organization. It's international organization for standardization. So this is the company, basically this is, you can say, one of the body who has developed this OSI model, like how this works. So what is the definition of this? It is open system interconnection and it has a 7 layers, and it is developed by the international organization for standardization, okay. And what is the purpose of this actually? This OSI model consists of 7 layers and each layer has a specific function and responsibilities. So this layer approach makes it easier for the different device and technologies to work together. Means with this technology, 2 devices, okay, there is one devices and there is second device, so these communicate with each other. So there is traffic like this, they communicate with each other. For example, even your mobile, okay, if you are sending on your mobile the data from one mobile to other data over the Wi-Fi, okay, and you connect your data, you share the data with each other. So that is being possible. Why? Because these are connected with the OSI model. The backend there, the OSI model is working, okay. So what happens actually? The OSI model basically generally, it provides a clear structure for the data transmission and managing the network issues. The OSI model is widely used as a reference to understand how network system works. Same I told you that how network system works, how the devices are connected with each other. So it works like this, okay. So there are actually the 7 layers which we have read. There are 7 layers. Which are those 7 layers? Now we will learn about it, okay. OSI 7 layers. Which are those 7 layers? So I will make you understand with this. So you can see there are the 7 layers. Starting from the down where I am clicking, it's a physical layer. then data link layer, then network layer, then transport layer, then session layer, then presentation layer, then application layer. Okay, in the short form, if you want to learn it, for example, if you want to learn it, there are the 7 layers. Which are the 7 layers? I cannot sometimes you forget actually how to learn this thing. So simply remember this funda. It's called it's a P.D.N.T.S.P.A. remember this pronunciation. P.D.N.T.S.P.A. So you will easily learn what are the 7 layers. Okay, simple. Say it. P.D.N.T.S.P.A. means P मतलब physical layer, D मतलब data link layer, N मतलब network layer, T मतलब transport layer, E session layer, it's a presentation layer, then it's a application layer. Simple. P.D.N.T.S.P.A. So learn as a P.D.N.T.S.P.A. So you will learn simple. I hope you understand this P.D.N.T.S.P.A. Okay, the physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. So these are the 7 layers. So same we have seen in the image. Here you can see the physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. So these are the 7 layers. Okay, so how these 7 layers work actually, now we will understand this. So first is our physical layer. Okay, so physical layer, what is the physical layer? We will understand this. So I am writing here OSI physical layer. Right. So now we will understand actually what physical layer does. So if I make you understand the physical layer, so generally you can see it is one of the lowest layer of the OSI model. Okay, because it's starting from the downside. As per the you can see as per this image, it is starting from the physical layer downside of the of this layer. This is the means first layer which starts from the OSI model. Okay, so what is generally do? Okay, this is the lowest layer of the OSI reference model is a physical layer. It is responsible for the actual physical connection between the two devices. Understood? There are two devices. Okay, for example, computer 1 and computer 2. So these are connected via some of the switch. Here is the switch. So one cable is connected here, one cable is connected here. This is your physical switch. So it means physical layer, what does physical layer actually connect the two physical hardware equipment or computers physically. Okay, so its actual responsibility is for the actual physical connection between the two devices. And what physical layer does, actually physical layer generally contains the information in the form of bits. Okay, if technical people know this, if you have learned about the binary language, the binary language, the computer which understand binary language, it's 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 like this. This is the binary language, because computer is one of the electrical component which understand only two words only. It's a 0 1 only, and it converts all the data whatever you are sending. It converts 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 1 like this. It converts into the binary language called binary language. Okay, you can we will also do one session what is the binary language and how it works. So we will do also one session on this. I will make you understand how this binary language works. Okay, so this is the binary language. Okay, so generally what it does actually in the physical layer, when two systems are connected, so it transmits the data in the form of binary language. The better example I can show you here, okay, how these transfer the data in the binary language in the two systems. Let me check the if I have that image how this works. Maybe this one, yes. So you can check this. Okay, so what it is saying, it's a physical layer is there, you can see sending cable and receiving cable. These are the two devices where I am clicking. This is your computer 1, this is your computer 2. So though both the computers are connected with each others, and computer 1 is sending some of the data to computer 2, so it is sending in the binary format. So because I told you it's a computer language, it's sending in the binary format. So whatever computer there is, like Windows is there on your phone, Android is there, but on your there are multiple OS like Android, Apple is there. So what is that operating system? Operating system is one of the intermediator between user and the device. Okay, whatever you are writing on the back side, electronic only understand one single language, it's called binary language 0101. Whatever you are writing, it is showing, converting the data and showing you in front of in your language, but on the back side it is working in this. We will understand this concept how it is work. Okay, so generally it is sending down one of the data, it's in the this format. So this is the physical layer, actually how this physical layer works. Okay, so what happens actually generally, so when receiving the data, the layer will get the signal received and convert into the 0 and 1 and send them the data to the data link layer. So when it convert the data to computer, when this is sending data to this system, so it convert the data in the binary format and sending. Now it is going to the other link which is called data link layer. So it will go into now this data link layer. Here it will go on this layer. So now it will go to the data link layer here. Okay, so now it has two physical systems are connected, they start sending the data. Okay, now how they start sending the data, one is sender, second is receiver. So how the second layer will play the role into this OSI model, now we will understand this. So in the second layer, if I go, OSI, now we are going for the data link layer. Okay, so now there are two systems, as I told you, computer 1 and computer 2. Okay, so these are sending the data, it is sending the data and it is receiving the data. So how this is working? Okay, so what is now this purpose of this data link layer? So data link layer is generally responsible for the node to node delivery of the message. Okay, whatever data is sent by this machine, it should deliver to this machine. This is the responsibility of data link layer generally. So whatever the data computer 1 has sent, the data will deliver to C2. It's a responsibility of data link layer. Okay, and what is the main function of this layer? Actually, it's the main function of this layer is to make sure the data transfer is error free from the one network to another over the physical layer. Okay, example, when there are two systems, you have copy one file from here and you are pasting that file to here. So that file is going, there is speed is coming. If you have seen, there is one pop-up box comes, it says copying data. It says copying data. So here there is one progress bar is going on, and there one option is coming, it's speed 1 Mbps, 2 Mbps, 3 Mbps speed is coming. So it is means this data link layer is creating that progress and that information ke data is being transferred on this speed on the physical interface on the physical layer. Okay, suppose if there any error comes, suddenly this computer gets disconnected from the network. It went to disconnect from the network. This computer went disconnect from the network. So suddenly here one error will come and it will stop. So who is doing this? That is being done by the data link layer. Okay, now link has gone, there is no data being copied, there is some issue. We will fix that and we will start copying it again. So data link layer is responsible for the delivery of data from one location to other location error free, and the data will be transferred in the smooth way. So whenever a packet arrives in the network, actually it is responsibility of the data link layer to transmit the data to the host using MAC address. There is one MAC address is also there. If you know, there is a 12-digit MAC address. Okay, what is the MAC address? We will also learn what is the MAC, that is the physical address. Okay, so MAC address is also there. Okay, then packet in that data link layer is referred as a like a frame switch. There are frames, small frames in that which transfer data from one location to the other location. So this the data link layer works. So we will understand here in also it's a diagram how data link layer works. So you can see this is the data link layer. Okay. So data link layer, what is here? This is your local network, network delivery. Okay, this is the frame, means one system is sending some frames means the data in the pieces in the binary language. It is sending data in pieces in the frame creation, and it is transferring data from local network, and this is your receiver who is receiving the data. Okay, so you can see frame here are created, local delivery network is sending data, and then frames between the internet. So these type of the frames are going on the internet, and they are actually one computer is sending and other is receiving. So this is actually generally the data link layer is responsibility to transport the data in proper way without any interruption, without error free. So this is the main function of the data link layer which performs. Okay, I hope you people got understood. And there is one MAC address is there which plays one of the you can say like a critical or crucial role. We will understand that how this MAC address work. Okay, we will understand two things, MAC address and binary language, in our next session, how this works. Okay, so now I am coming to the next layer. It's called OSI model. The next layer is our, which is network layer, So this is our network layer. So in the same this video we will understand what is a network layer. So you can see number 3, network layer. If you will see here what it's saying, move packet from one source to the destination. Okay, so path destination generally. Okay, in the data language you can say it's organize the bits into frames and define the format of data on the network. Okay, bits, it convert bits into the frames, then after it transfer of the network, then on the other side the other system understands those frames and write on its on hard drive or something. So on the network layer it moves the packet from here. So this is actually, we will understand how this now the third layer, network layer, how this network layer works. Okay, so what is the network layer first of all? So we will understand what is the definition of the network layer. So the network layer works for the transmission of data from one host to the other host located in the different network. Okay, now we will understand same. There is my computer 1 and there is my computer 2, which are connected via one small switch here. There is a switch and this is connected. So this is my switch. Okay, so now see, this computer is on the separate location and this computer is in the separate location, but both are connected with the switch. So whenever the data is coming from, it is going here, and via switch actually, then going here, it is here. So network layer actually, what is there? This is responsibility generally the transmission of the data over the network, which is located on the different networks. Okay, so it also takes the care of the packet routing, that is selection the sharpest path to transmit the packet from the number of routes available. Okay, the sender and receiver IP address are placed in the header by network layer. Okay, and the segmentation in the network layer is referred to as a packet, and network layer is implemented by the networking device such as the router and devices. Now what actually, how it works? The network people know about, there are different segment of the IP. There is a class IP, there is a B class IP, there is a C class IP, there is a D class IP, there is a E class of IP. The network people know how this work actually. We will understand, I will give one more session on this, what kind of this A B C D E network. Okay, but in right now you people will not get confused, so I am just not taking any example. You try to understand that this is one of the separate system, this is separate system. This system IP address, if I say it's 192.1.1.1, this system's IP address is 192.2.1.1. so you can see both IPs are different, but still these are communicating with each others. Okay, so these are communicating with each other via switch, right? So these are communicating with each other via switch. So network layer actually provides the connection between two different segmentation of the network, connect and find the best route to transfer the data over the internet using switches or router. So this is the main purpose of the network layer. Means whatever the segmentation of IP is there, it will transfer the data using either it's A class, B class, C class, D class, E class. Okay, so there is switching, network and routing in between of the network layer. So like this network layer works. We will understand this ABCD classes, so you will understand this OSI model with the one of the best way. So we will do that in the next session, as I told you. Okay, so this how the network layer works. So now we are moving to our fourth layer. Okay, it's OSI. So what is my fourth layer? Fourth layer is my transport layer. It's a transport layer. So now I will again show you in that this one. So fourth one is my transport layer. So if you will understand the transport layer, what transport layer is doing. So transport layer is generally actually transmitting the data using transmission protocols like TCP IP or UDP. Okay, TCP IP called it's UDP is a user data program, and TCP IP is called transport protocol. Okay, it's a transport protocol. So TCP IP. So this is actually what kind of the protocol is being used on the TCP transport layer. So this is about this model. So how this model works, we will understand this also on there. So again I am taking an example of here. This is computer 1 and this is your computer 2, and it is connected via this is switch. Okay, switch, and it is connected via one switch. So generally transport layer what do? So transport layer generally provide the service to the application layer, and it takes the service from the network layer. Data in the transport layer is referred as a segments, and it is responsible for end-to-end delivery of the complete message. Okay, so we will understand this via this image now again. Transport layer. So this is my transport layer. So you will understand how transport layer work actually. So transport layer, what happens here actually, when data is segmented means it is segmented in the, like there are different IP segmentation are used on the network. So which data is coming from which segment. So transport layer actually understands that segmentation of the data, and then after on the delivery side where their data is being delivered, so it reassemble that data and write on the delivery computer. One of the computer who is sending the data, it is sending the data from switches and router. So data is being like a you can say it's a being divided into bits, frames, segmentation, and then after it is going through this transport layer, and then after here it is going again, then this is reassembling the data, means those whatever the bits and frames are coming, those are being combined and it is being delivered on the receiver side. So generally what is this? It is responsible for the end-to-end delivery of the complete messages, and the transport layer also provide a acknowledgement of the successful data transfer over the internet and retransmit the data if an error is found. So generally if these segmentations are going here from this network layer to here, and if there is a problem, the data does not copy because of some of the network issue or like network disconnected. So what it will send the message to the the sender data could not copy due to some network issue, then found there is network cable was loose or network disconnected or some power outage happened, so their switch went down. Okay, so there is one message coming, retry or cancel on this side. Okay, so as the switch will come back, they will try restarting, then it will start the segmentation of from the same from the same location or area from where it is stopped. It will start continuing on the same. For example, if you have seen on your laptop or desktop, you are starting copying some of the data, and it due to some issue the data could not copy. So there is one option come, okay, retry. You will retry and you will start copying again. Okay, then again retry. It will start from the where it has stopped. So this transport layer is over responsible for that location or that position. How this transport layer works in the OSI model. Okay, so this one actually I just forgot to tell you this network layer. So network layer actually we were working, I forgot to show this image. Okay, so in the network layer you can say packet creation, their packets are being created, and there are one router and switches are there. Through the router and switches it is going, and here is the packet being assembled, then after the delivery to the receiving computer is being done. Okay, now here what in this both of this I take one of the example, a good example in this. What example? For example, if you are watching a video on the YouTube, okay, you have either your Airtel SIM, Jio SIM or any other network. So you just open a video on the YouTube and you are listening some sort of song, and this, how those are coming? Those are coming from the the telecom server in the bits and pieces. Okay, those are coming in segmentation, in the frames, in the packets. Okay, but when they are delivering to your mobile, so your mobile has that capability, the OSI model has that capability. On that actually those segmentation and bits are being combined and reassembled on your local phone, then it is buffering on your local phone, and then after it is showing to you, and you are listening your song, music or watching the video. How if you have seen the YouTube videos, you will have seen that whenever you play a video, there is one progress bar is going like this, and the you will also see one of the gray progress bar which is going forward, rather this is red progress bar. So red progress bar, what is this? Red progress bar actually means it is the progress कि data has been downloaded. Now it is playing. The gray one is with it is catching that like a packets, catching that segmentation, catching that frames, and then after it is combining. After combining, it is that is buffering, and gray line you will see it will run very fast because it is creating all those things frames, and it is delivering to your mobile. Then after the red line is reading that, and then after it is showing you whatever the video or music that you are seeing, right? So how this transport layer works? So I hope you understood how this transport layer works. So basically there are two protocols. It's one called TCP, transport protocol. Okay, one is called UDP. UDP is user datagram protocol. TCP is a transport protocol. This is called like a IP TCP. If you have seen internet protocol, transport control protocol. So you have seen this generally in a laptop. What we do, we go to okay here, put the IP address. So what is the IP address here? That IP TCP IP, what is the transport control protocol? We say okay, its IP address is 192.1.1.12. So this is IP. Then after your gateway is there 192.1.1.1. Then after your subnet is there 255.255.255.0. Okay, so like this. So there is a subnet calculation also. Okay, when we will learn about that class, types of class, the ABCD, then there is a subnet calculation. Okay, which class comes under which and how the subnet is calculated. We will learn about this. So this is the transport layer, how it works. Okay. So now we are going to the next OSI layer, which is our, if I will go here, I will this was my transport layer 4th layer. Now we are going to the session layer. Session layer is my 5th layer. Okay, so now we are going to the session layer. This is the session layer. So session layer, as we know, generally you know what session layer it is defining itself. Okay, there are two computers. Okay, there are two computers, this one and this one, and there is a switch between. So when these two computers are connected with each other, so they have created one session with each other. They have created one session with each others. Okay, so generally it is responsible for creating the session on here on the OSI model. So we will understand actually what its proper definition is. The session layer is in the OSI model responsible for the establishment of the connection session, for the management of the connection session and termination of the connection and session between the two devices. It also provides the authentication and security protocol used in the session layer are like a NetVoice and PPTP. Okay, so as I already told you in a layman language, this session layer, for example, these two systems are connected with each other, so they have created one session with each other. Okay, for example, if we are opening the shared drive of this system from here, like we open a /, then after then IP address is there, then when we enter, so it's a shared folder opened by this system. So what they have created the session with each others. Until you will not terminate all those things, so your session will continue with the two systems. Okay, and I can give you one more example of this OSI model, this session layer. Okay, this session layer. On your mobile, if I example take the on your mobile, this is your mobile, and you have opened a YouTube here. You have opened YouTube connected with the here YouTube server. This is YouTube server. So you are seeing the video here, but it's connected with the YouTube till you are seeing the videos and you are seeing this listening the song. So you have created a session with the YouTube server. So this session will continue until you will not close your YouTube application. So what is this? This is the session layer. Okay, and for this session layer, YouTube, when you are connecting with the YouTube and you are connecting with the YouTube server from your mobile, so your authentication with your Gmail ID. Okay, with the Gmail ID you are authenticating. Definitely when you have configured your phone, you have put your email ID. So your email ID YouTube already has. So whenever it is going to here, so it is authenticating by your YouTube ID. and you are watching the movies or phones, listening the song, and you're watching the video, so that session is there. Until you will not close, so session will not terminate. So this is a simple example of the session layer. We will also understand this into this see, simple session of the communication. These are the user, this is your server. Whenever you are connected, so their sessions are connected with the multiple user with the server. So one server has multiple connection. Okay, for example, YouTube at a time, like we can say lakhs of people are watching the YouTube, lakhs of people are doing their search on the YouTube, and they are uploading the video, downloading the video, whatever they are doing. So those all sessions are connected. Until you will not terminate, your session will not terminate, or either it will be terminated by itself with the sum of the policies, if there is some policy. So simple example of the session layer. Okay, now we will go for the sixth layer of the OSI model. I hope you are understanding all these things, whatever I am saying. Okay, so now we are going for the sixth layer, which is called presentation layer. Sixth layer is the presentation layer. So now how this presentation layer works. Okay, if I go to same image on the last this one, so now we are on the sixth layer. So if you can see on this image, what is written here: encryption and decryption, compress and decompress of the data. I hope you people have understood what is this. So whenever you transferring a data using this OSI model, so the presentation layer is also called you can say it's a one kind of translation layer. Okay, so presentation layer is also called as a translation layer, like this. So what is the purpose of this actually in the presentation layer? So data from the application layer is extracted here and manipulated as per the required format to transmit over the internet. Protocols used in the presentation layer is called the TLS and SSL. Okay, it's a TLS and SSL. So these are the this is the transport layer security, and this is the socket secure layer. Okay, SSL layer, security socket layer. So these are the two layers where the data is transferred. Okay, transport layer security and secure socket layer. So how it works? So if you have seen actually, whenever you are trying to open some shared folder and when you are trying to connect some of the network, so first of all it asks for the authentication password or encryption password. Okay, what is your password? So data whatever is there is encrypted in this session layer. For example, if you are sending some of the email to some of email to some of the other user, so that email is going via it's a server. So in the server you have see there is SSL option is there. Whenever we configure the email, so email asks up to us SMTP server name and POP3 server name. So there is one option called SSL. So as we click on the SSL, so its a value becomes changed. For example, if the SMTP is there, then it's a 465, and the POP3 I think its a value becomes changed from 25 to some other value. Okay, so that becomes like a security socket layer, means data whatever is being transmitted over the OSI model presentation layer. So data will be in encrypted format. It will be encrypted. This is the system 1. Here the data will go to system 2, C2, C1. So in between there is a switch. Okay, so data, this system will send the data into the encryption, means whenever it is sending a data, it will send the data into the binary format. Okay, like there are like hexa format, 8 hexa, 2 hexa, like this. So it will send here in the encrypted format, so that even switch will be able to read okay, what is being sent. Switch information is simple, it will get the data and deliver to here. But here on the same system you must have that decryption key or decryption format. Then after you will able to read, otherwise you cannot read the data what is sent by the C1 computer 1. So this is generally used for the security of the data. So whatever the data is transported on this presentation layer, that is sent by the one of the security encryption key. Okay, so that the other user cannot read the data, so that the it is the security, so that in between of the nobody could attack or hack that data, okay, what is being sent. Okay, the man in middle attack, we call it as a man in middle attack. It's a MIA, man in the middle attack. So this is actually for this actually to secure the data from man in the middle attack, this data is encrypted and sent to the other server. But how the encrypted data will be shared on the one system to the other system, that is the responsibility of this presentation layer to send the data of the encryption format from here to here. So this is the simple. So this is the encryption based data, and presentation layer handles those encryption based data. Okay, I hope you understand. Now I am going to the last one. The last one is the application layer. Application layer. This is the last layer which works in the OSI model. So now what this application layer works, okay, so in the transport layer, I come again here presentation layer. So you can see in the presentation layer, encryption, here data is encrypted, one password is put into that file or data which will be being transported. Compression, it is compression, means the data is being compressed and sent over the internet in a low compression rate, and when it is transferred, then it is in the transfer data sent on the other system, it is translated so that system can read the data. Okay, so the application layer, what is this? Simple, you can say request content in the required format. So application layer is simple actually, as when we are trying to sum of the application. So application layer works actually it create one of the server client connection to get the data from the server side and client side. So we can say it is one of the layer which is at very top of the OSI reference model. In the stack of the layer we find the application layer which is implemented by the network application. Okay, so this application produces the data to be transported over the internet, and this layer also serves as a windows for the application service to access the network and displaying the received information to the user protocol used in the application layer. Or it's a mainly example, we can say the application layer mainly examples are these are the example, as I told you, like SMTP means send message transfer protocol, or we can say FTP, it's called file transfer protocol, and DNS, okay, domain name service. So what is this? This is the application layer which is sent by the applications. So in the application, when we configure the this Outlook, so there is called SMTP, put the SMTP IP address or SMTP domain name. On the FTP we say like a file transfer protocol, because we are transferring the file, there is FTP servers are there. So application layer which is working with the some of the applications related, it's one kind of the soft protocols. So it works as a with the soft protocols, this SMTP, FTP and DNS. So generally, so it is application is there. For example, I can take one more example. So if you are using like a YouTube page, okay, so what is YouTube is doing? YouTube, you send a request and there is one YouTube server, YT server, and it is sending. So you are sending a request by application to a server. Try to understand. This is YouTube application, or you open the web page, you send I want to search this song. So the request which is coming to the server, it is coming via one of the application. So what is this? This is the application protocol which is working on this. Okay, it is sending the data here and there through the application protocol. So this generally the application protocol works. And so mere example is like www, the name like youtube.com, google.com, and it generally works on the 80 number port on this, which is the HTTPS port. So HTTPS is also one of the protocols. So HTTPS we can take an example, hyper text transport protocol, which used for the like the website opening on, we write HTTPS google.com, HTTPS the xyz.com. So it works with the application layer. So these are the several layers generally works, okay, in that OSI model. Okay, so OSI model, I'm repeating again, you can very simply learn it. It's a simple P.D.N.T.S.P.A. physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, application layer. Okay, physical layer is responsible for the physical connectivity. Data link layer is transport of the data on the physical network, and the network layer which actually assure the delivery of the data from one system to the other system. Transport layer is responsible the data is properly being transported over the internet. Session layer is responsible for the session between the two systems or two server client the scenario where two systems are created have session. Presentation layer is being used for the data encryption from here and there. The data whichever the encrypted data is being transferred over the internet from here there. And application layer is responsible for the application from where the the data is being transferred by using some of the application. These are the simple, you can say, the definition of this, and we have also done the detailed definition. Okay, now which protocol works on which this network, on which this layer, we will learn this. So generally you say same P.D.N.T.S.P.A, physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. So physical layer structure, what is this? It's a coax, fiber, wireless repeater, means a physical connectivity. Like there we use like this RJ45 cables, physical connectivity of the servers, or we can through the wireless router we are connected with our mobile or this laptop. So okay, so data, Ethernet, P.P switch and bridge. So data link layer works at a frame. It is transferring the frame over the Ethernet switch bridge where data is being routed. Okay, and this packets, network layer is responsible for the packet is called IP, ICMP, IPsec, IGMP. These are the packets which are transported over the network layer. Transport layer is creating end-to-end connection on the TCP and UDP. Okay, transport control protocol and user datagram protocol, it is creating a connection between end-to-end. Session layer, sync and send to the port like API, socket, WinSock. These are the example of session layer. There is an API which is working, we are creating particular socket. This socket, if we will connect, then it will then we will get the data, particular port number we can say. So session. Presentation layer, which is sending the data over with the encryption format like SSH, IMAP, FTP, MPG, JPG. This is the example of this. And application end user like HTTP, FTP, IRC, SSH, DNS. So these are the 7 layers, and these are the protocol on the 7 layers, on which layer which protocol works. Okay, this is the example, and this is one of the more functional, we can say, define the layer function. Okay, you can read it, application layer, presentation layer, what this works and how this works. So this all the function, we can say this works. And this is also one of the OSI model layer where we can define, see, the last layer, the first physical layer, which is called number 1, it is transferring the data in bits. So data link layer is transferring the data into the frame on the behalf of the MAC, physical addressing. Network layer, it is sending the data in the packet. Transport layer in the segmentation. These 3, application, presentation and session layer, these are connected with, these all are connected with each other. So these all 3 layers are representing the data, and these all 4 representing the itself in the separate layer. Okay, so this is actually how this like a media layers and how the data transform the OSI model. Okay, so this is the best example for this. This is again the OSI model, means it what kind of the this provide this session, what is the means, what layer doing what, that we understood in the this image. Okay, what kind of the protocols is provide. So this is overall actually the OSI model, how it works. So I hope you people have understood this, how OSI model works and what is the main purpose of this OSI model, because we people are using mobile, laptop, tab, everyone. If there are technical person, there are non-technical person. Technical person and network person, they know because they are daily routine work. They know what kind of the session is created where, how the 7 layers are working. But the non-technical person who are using their mobiles or all those things, they must also know how these kind of the IT infrastructure, network infrastructure is working on the backend side. You people are using Apple mobile, very costly mobile. Okay, so this technology is becoming so advanced and so large, and in future it will go ahead more. But these are the basics on which this all technology is running, so we cannot avoid it. If you know the basic things, then you can also think about, okay, yes, what kind of the infrastructure and network is running and what is the purpose of this, how we are communicating on your mobile. If you are talking on your phone, okay, you are dialing some of the number, then also these 7 layers works on your number. Okay, when you are connected with the one of your colleague or any of your relative, so you have created a session. Okay, so here one session is connected until you disconnect, you do not disconnect your phone. So there is one session is connected and you are talking, and those your data going over the going over the this wireless connectivity. So physical layer is actually your SIM, which is creating a connection from your here to the other telecom. So data which whatever you are talking, that is being converted through this presentation layer in an encryption format, so that other people cannot listen, only you can talk to each other. So like this. So you can say you can see here also the first 3 session present in application. Those are the software layers which works on the operating system level or whatever it is, and these 2 layers, this transport layer, this is the heart of the OSI model, because it is communicating, establishing the communication, and this is the hardware layer. This is the physical layer, which these 3 which works on the OSI model. Okay. So I hope you people have understood, and thank you very much for this understanding this video. Okay, and please I request you to please subscribe. Okay, please. So this is my channel. Okay, Techie-S. So please subscribe, like, okay, and comment if you need any clarification on this. So please comment. I will definitely try to clear your question and queries on my channel. So please support me in this and help me to grow my channel. Okay, so that I can send you the best information, you people can learn the best thing from me. Okay. So thank you very much for your support. Thank you once again. In the next session, I always tell you in the last video what we will do in the next session. So in the next session we are going to learn the A, B, C, D and E class of the network. What are these 5 classes, how these work? So these are 5 classes we are going to learn in the next video. So please see my next video and see how this works. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much.